I'm gonna teach you how to get a Capital One credit card even if you have bad credit. If your credit score starts with a 4, 5, or a 6, this is gonna be one of the most important videos you're ever going to watch about how to rebuild your credit with Capital One. Because a lot of people out there go after the Capital One credit cards and it's probably the best move you ever made. As my friend Just Jay Woodfin would say, you have now beat the credit game. If your credit score starts with a 4, 5, or a 6, you do not want to get any crappy credit cards like a Credit One, a First Premier, or an Open Sky credit card. No, you want to bank and get credit cards with Capital One, because Capital One is one of the largest subprime lenders in the United States, and they're used to working with people that have bad credit. And a little secret here, if you actually charged off an account with Capital One, they will let you come back. You're gonna have to work a little harder, but there's still the one bank that does forgive and forget and lets you rebuild with them again. So no matter where your credit journey is, whether you have a 400, a 500, or a 600 credit score, I'm gonna show you exactly which credit cards you need to apply to and how to establish a relationship with Capital One so they can have your back for the rest of your life. Because if you did not know, Capital One does not just have credit cards, they also have a checking and savings account, they have an auto loan department, they have a business sector, and guess what? They also have a commercial sector. So once you're in the Capital One family, you are in fact winning. So let's get right into this video because we got a lot of ground to cover. So first things first, we're gonna go straight to the Capital One website, and the first thing you want to do is you want to open up a checking and a savings account. Now the 360 checking account is absolutely 100% free, so there are no fees whatsoever, and you have access to over 70,000 fee-free ATMs. Once you open up your checking, then you're gonna go open up your savings account. Now currently right now they have a 4.10% APY high yield rate on their savings account. There are no fees and there is no minimum of whatever amount of money you want to put into that savings account, and let that money grow. Now understand, whatever money you put into this account, don't touch it. This is going to teach you how to be more financially responsible, and the bank is going to love it also, making you an actual asset to the bank. After you're done setting up your savings account, you're going to set up your direct deposit. You want at least 75% of your paycheck going direct deposit into your Capital One account, because that's going to show the bank that you're a responsible person, you have an actual job, and they can see your money going into your account every single pay period or every single month. Now, once we've done this consistently for 6 months at minimum, only 6 months, we're going to see if we're pre-approved or pre-qualified for any of their credit cards. But whatever email you use when you signed up, you need to make sure that you pay attention to that email. Any emails you're getting from Capital One, you need to prioritize them, because they may tell you, hey, you pre-qualify for this specific credit card. And that's gonna tell you it's go, and you need to go apply for the credit card that they're telling you you're pre-qualified for. Depending on where you're at in your credit journey, everyone is going to vary on what they get offered. But let's take a look at those credit cards so you can get a better idea and be prepared once they make that offer, or you can go see if you pre-qualified and you'll know exactly what card you want to go after. Now the entry-level credit card that they're going to offer just about anybody, even if you have bad credit, no credit, is going to be the Platinum MasterCard or the Platinum Secured. There's 3 different cards that you can get. It could be an unsecured, it could be a secured, and then it can just be a regular Platinum card. I know that's crazy, there's 3 of them, but with every single credit card that they have, they offer 3 to 4 of those different versions. This is one of the very few banks that I support, and I say, listen, if they only give you a secured card, take it and then use the card and pay it off in full every single month for a consecutive 6 to 8 months. Once you hit that 8-month mark, or at the most a year, they're going to offer to upgrade that credit card and give you your money back as a statement credit. But I cannot stress this enough to you, you have to use the credit card. You have to push it to its limit. If it's a $200 or $250 limit, push it as close to that limit and then pay it off in full every single month. Never carry a balance, because if you carry a balance, they will not graduate that credit card. They want to see that you're not carrying any balances and you never owe them any money. Last part's the most important. I want to give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using Dispute Beast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created. But specifically, I want to give a shout out to Matthew. Matthew's credit score went up 285 points after 1 round with Dispute Beast. And Maurice's credit score went up 237 points after 1 round with Dispute Beast also. But let's not forget Shakia. Shakia's credit score went up 215 points after just 1 round around with Dispute Beast also. Now, Dispute Beast link is going to be in the video description and pinned at the top of the comments for anyone that needs to fix their credit. This is the part that everyone misses on social media. There's like, oh, you get stuck in a bucket. You know, you can't go anywhere. Once you're stuck in that bucket, you can't do anything with Capital One. It's absolutely a lie. They're not teaching you how to use your credit card and to trigger the upgrade. This is exactly how we want them to trigger the upgrade. Use the credit card, push it as close to the limit as you possibly can, and then pay it off in full. That's not going to hurt your credit score. Remember, we are paying off the credit card in full. The only thing that's gonna hurt your credit score is if you carry balances every single month. The higher the balances that you carry on your credit reports with this specific credit card or any credit card, that's going to tank your credit score. This is why we pay off the credit card in full every single month while we're rebuilding our credit with Capital One. Now, you may also start off with a Quicksilver Secured or a Quicksilver One card. Again, remember, every one of these is gonna be different, so it's kind of crazy. But let's say, for instance, you start with one of those and then they're gonna decide to upgrade you. And now you have to use my link that I'm gonna leave pinned in the video description. Remember, it's going to be in the video description to see if you can qualify for any type of upgrade. Now, all you have to do is enter your information and then it'll tell you, you pick whatever credit card that you want to see if you can upgrade, and it'll tell you if you qualify. If you don't qualify, come back in another 6 months. But we want to pay attention to our email, because the email will tell you, hey, we're ready to upgrade you to a different credit card. Now, it can be a Quicksilver One, it could be a Venture One, it could be a Venture card, a Quicksilver card, it could be the Saver One card, it could be a multitude of credit cards, but you want to take the upgrade because they're going to continue to raise that credit limit, and that's exactly what we want to do and get you into a better credit card that makes sense for your lifestyle. If you don't travel and you don't care to travel, then you want to look at the Quicksilver card or the Saver One. The Saver One is one of the best cashback credit cards, and the Quicksilver is not horrible. It's not the best, but it's going to give you some type of cashback rewards just for using your credit card and paying it off in full every single month. But if you want to travel, then you want to go after the Venture credit cards, and the Venture X is one of the best travel credit cards you can have in your wallet. If you're someone that is going to travel at least 2 to 4 times a year, that will make sense for you because it does come with an annual fee. And if you are someone that has a high interest auto loan that you want to get out of or you want to refinance, Capital One is the bank to do it with. I've done this with hundreds of clients that already had existing Capital One accounts and they had bad car loans. I said, all right, we're going to establish this relationship. We're going to do everything we need to do properly. And then we're going to get Capital One to offer us a refinance on the auto loan. And that's exactly what they do. This is why I say it's important to pay attention to your emails, because guess what? Once they have access to your bank account and they have access to your credit card, they can see everything on your credit reports, and they will see your actual auto loan, whatever the amount is, and they'll say, hey, come see if you want to refinance it over here. My client was able to go from an 18% interest rate all the way down to a 9% interest rate, slashing his interest in half. Now, of course, it's not the best interest rate in the world, but he was able to get rid of that bad loan and get into better terms on that auto loan. And my final piece here, if you are a business owner, they do offer a business checking and a business savings, and they do have business credit cards, but be aware, their business credit cards report to your personal side. So if you carry a balance on your business credit card with Capital One, it's going to report it to your business, to your personal side, which is not normal. As an example, Capital One, Chase Bank, and all these other business credit cards don't report to your personal side. But unfortunately, Capital One Spark business cards do, which is not a good thing. It's not the best in the world, but understand it can be helpful if someone needs flexibility with their actual business funds. It can help you, but understand it does report to your personal side, which can hurt you if you carry a balance, and it will tank your credit score. So remember, even if we start at the absolute bottom, if we even start with a secured card, use the credit card, pay it off in full. I'm going to repeat this until my face turns blue so you can truly understand how to optimize your Capital One relationship. Use the card, pay it off in full, and then trigger the offer for them to upgrade the credit card. And then once you have that new credit card, do the same process. Use it, pay it off in full. Use it as much as you possibly can responsibly. Don't go out there buying TVs and sneakers and things you don't need. Just use it for your everyday expenses. Your light bill, your water bill, your Hulu, your Netflix, your car insurance, whatever you can pay with a credit card, pay it, and then use your credit card and then pay it off in full every single month. And then you upgrade that next card to another card. You're just literally walking up the tiers, and you may not even have to upgrade it because they may offer you another credit card. So maybe you want to keep your Quicksilver and your Saver One and then get to a Venture X credit card or a Venture One credit card, because remember, there's so many different credit cards out there, but Capital One is one of the best places for you to rebuild your credit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We covered another big one on how to rebuild your credit with Capital One. And make sure to watch this next video because it is about the best balance transfer credit cards out there right now. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.